What's up, my sheenies? I'm Alex again.
Hi, I'm Ellie.
Alright, so this week, like we promised, Ellie brought her sword.
I did bring my sword. This is from Tokmok, the building block brand, and it's really cool. They do have a lot of sales on TikTok Shop, so if you can grab one of those, I 100% recommend them. They're awesome.
Again, not sponsored, but if you want to, we're right here.
Hey, I found one of the pieces.
Woo!
I was rebuilding it because a little bit of it did fall apart before the podcast today, but we found one of the missing pieces, so that's
It was
cool.
in the sheath. It was being protected.
So this is the Rengoku sword, so we can see his hilt here, and it's really awesome. I love it a lot. I'm missing a piece, but that's on me. That's not on the company. The company brought all the pieces together, and it did look really sick when it was first built. So if you don't know who Rengoku is the Flame Hashira, and he has a special hilt that he got from his father, who was also the previous Flame Hashira.
Oh.
So I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything, but this does go to Tanjiro.
And what, for our viewers, what anime is this?
This is Demon Slayer. So one that we like to talk about a lot, and one that we
Yes.
showed off different mangas.
Yes.
Also from around the world last podcast. So if you want to go see that, go check out that other video.
Yes.
This is all completely made out of Lego. So we're gonna see if I don't know if the camera's focusing right now, but like this is all made out of Lego, and it's super awesome. They have like Rengoku's, I think it's either the name or the element on the sword, so you can see the sticker
Oh,
here.
that's so cool.
Yeah, and it also comes with the sheath and also a hilt, but I didn't bring the hilt. I just brought the sheath and the sword, so you can kind of put it in, super easy to put on, and you've got your sword. You got your sword.
And tell us about the building process, because you've talked to me a little bit about that. So let's tell our viewers.
Okay, so this is Tokmok's first sword, so this is their smallest Demon Slayer sword that they currently sell, I believe. And so the sword itself was really fun to build, and it was pretty simple. Of course, it'll take like a second if it's your first Tokmok build, because it's a little different than generic Lego.
Oh, okay.
Like the book style, at least the instruction style.
Oh, okay.
But when it came to building, the hilt was fine. The hilt was pretty easy. It's pretty simple. It's just like a black plate and then two black like little fork-looking things to hold the sword.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the sheath. This
Yeah.
sheath was hard to build, but it was nowhere as bad to build as some of their newer swords, I will say. It's hard, it's difficult, and I have Saname's sword as well. That one made me want to cry. So, yeah, it's a fun build, but definitely make sure you know what you're getting into if you order one of these, because it's a little annoying. But I mean, it's super cool in the end.
Mm-hmm. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty stable too. Like,
oh wow.
Like, I mean, you guys can't see that I'm hitting the table, but they're really like stable. I'm literally wiggling it right now, and it's still staying together. So, great builds. Overall, I would recommend it. I love Saname's sword. I think that one is probably the coolest, so I would say that one. But if you don't like Saname, there's always Rengoku, and they have all the other Hashira. They have Kokushibu, one of the upper one demon. So, I mean, it's
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah,
the
it's
fact
sick.
that you can get multiple, like, and you could have a whole collection.
Yeah. I mean, I have 3, and then I have one that isn't built yet. So I'm super excited to build that when I do get around to it. I'm trying to figure out where this piece came from.
I think it's up at the top. Is it?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I don't know where you came from.
Sometimes things happen.
Yeah, I don't really know where this came from, but I guess I have a spare piece now, so that's fun.
That's pretty cool. And then we did want to talk about an anime. She has watched the whole thing, and I've watched the first season of Death Note. And I know we talked a little bit about it on our first podcast, and about how I wanted the manga for Death Note, but I can't find the first one without ordering it online, and that's very annoying. Because I want it now. But it's a very interesting anime. Like, it's different than what I've normally watched. And it follows this, I don't even know if he's a kid. Yeah, he's a high school student.
Yeah,
or
Light
something.
at the time was a high school student.
Yeah.
I think he was probably I think he was like a senior or like either a freshman in college, something like that. He was in school, but he was young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's called Death Note because there's a book and that's what it's called. It's just called...
It's called the Death Note.
Yeah. And the Sheenies.
Shinigami.
Yeah, which is why we call you guys the Sheenies. It dropped the Death Note because he was bored. He was just like, I want to play this fun.
Yeah, Ryuk is definitely a character in the show.
Yes.
I think he is hilarious, and he has a very weird love of apples.
Yeah.
So if you see an apple floating around, don't question it.
Yeah, it's just cool. It's just him.
Yeah.
Eating all of the apples.
And the thing about Shinigamis is they're not just like people who are bored. They're like gods of the world, pretty much. And they have these death notes because they decide the deaths of people.
Yeah.
So Ryuk dropped his because he's like, I want to see what's going on in the human world.
Mm-hmm.
And he so happens stumbles across this like really high tier respected student who's like weird, has a weird ego, and also is like, I want to make the world for the better. He had the right intentions, but did it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
You'll see what progresses as Light has his death note and is accompanied by Ryuk.
And this is going to be a little bit of a spoiler, so if you don't want to know about it, just kind of skip over this section. But the Death Note is actually, like, you don't know what it is. Like, he didn't know what it was when he first picked it up. And he was like, what the hell is this? Essentially. And then he started, like, writing in it, and he wrote names, and then all of a sudden these people would just, like, fall out dead.
Yeah, so he read the Death Note. On the back of the Death Note, it had instructions where it's like, write person's name and then envision their face, and then write their way of death. And if you don't write the death, they're going to die of a heart attack 45 seconds after their name is in the book.
And you can write a time on there if you're wanting to.
And it's, like, you can be very specific about someone's death. But Light thought this wasn't real. He thought it was, like, a prank or joke. So he tried it. He tried it on a low-profile, like, criminal.
Yeah, because you saw him on TV.
No, so this was when he first picked up the book.
Oh,
so when
right.
the TV happened, that was when he was trying to kill L.
Yeah.
But that stuff you have to watch.
Yes.
So he had the book, the notebook, he was carrying it with him, and then he noticed a woman, I think, getting harassed by some thugs, and he jokingly, like, wrote in their name and then wrote down, like, I think he just wrote down their name and envisioned
and then
the
he
face.
was like get hit by a bus or something, and then it happened. And he was like, whoa.
And then he's like, there's no way that's real, that has to be a coincidence. So he keeps trying it, and then he realizes this is real.
Yeah.
And he meets Ryuk, and Ryuk kind of explains, like, different
aspects of the book. And
and risks, and if he wants to have something called Sheenie Eyes.
Yes.
Where he can see how long someone has
to live,
and also their full name.
But and again, more spoilers, so sorry.
This is all kind of spoilers right now.
But it's really cool because he's like, well, how do I get these Sheenie's eyes? And he said, well, it takes half of your life. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, how long do I have to live? And he's like, that's for you to find out and for me to know. Yeah. And which is like, you could have like 3 days and then get Sheenie eyes and you're only alive for a day and a half. Yeah. Like, so he doesn't know.
It's a big risk you're taking.
Right.
And so this kind of goes more within the first season. It's not just Light that ends up getting a Death Note.
Yes, I started, so at the end of the first season, there's kind of like this little pop of what you're going to see within the second season, and this girl is trying to find him and be like, ooh, I want to see him because clearly he has something. Yeah. And again, very sexualized, but she's so bubbly and weird.
Yeah. Misa is kind of a psychopath. I don't want to spoil too much for you. She's kind of a psychopath, and she really likes what Light is doing.
Yeah.
And she also has her own Sheenie, which you will meet.
Oh, okay.
The personality.
Yeah, I haven't met her Sheenie yet. I just knew, like, from that spoiler, or, like, that little section of, like, leading into the second season, I was like, she has one. Like, she knows too much of what's going on. And it was just like, okay, this is interesting. But she's such a weird character. Just in, like, the few minutes that she was in there. She's, like, bubbly and, like, tries to act innocent, but she's not. And it's so weird.
She just has, like, a big fat crush on Light. Like,
Okay.
Lisa is a known celebrity.
Okay.
So it's like people know her as this personality, as this person. And then
Okay.
there's like this creepy, psychopathic, but really protective, like, personality of hers, which you'll see. And she was able to find Light because Light is like the talk of the city.
Yes.
Because he was killing like low tier criminals left and right, or just criminals in general left and right.
Yeah. Because he wanted to make the world a better place,
Right.
so he thought, oh, well, I'll just do it this way.
Right, so he watches TV, he finds the criminals' names, he hears the criminal's name, he sees their face, he writes in his death note, and there was like this phenomena of just like criminals dying of heart attacks in jail. Because he never specified a death, and the death note autos it to, if you don't write a death, it's going to be a heart attack 45 seconds after the name is written in the book or something. I think it's 45 seconds.
Yep, 45 seconds.
So, you know, and what's crazy too is his dad works for the force that is working against him.
They're trying to find him because of the fact that they're like, this is not normal.
Yes.
Like,
And-
something is weird.
And they nicknamed him as Kira. Like killer, but Kira in, I think, Japanese.
Yep,
I think
I'm
Japanese.
pretty sure it's Japanese.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's such a cool and weird show at the same time. There's a lot going on. If you miss an episode, you'll be a little bit lost. You might find your way, but you'll be lost.
I will say there's a lot of inner dialogue because it's a lot of thinking between like two masterminds, pretty much.
Yes.
Because there's Kira, or Light, which has the death note and he's killing all these criminals.
Yep.
And then there's this high-profile detective named L, who's faceless, by the way.
Yeah, nobody knows
Nobody
who
knows
he
what
is.
he looks like, and he's also a top student at the same university that Light goes to.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like they've seen each other face to face,
but they
but
don't,
they don't know
it.
it's each other, but they both get a
Yes.
sense that it's each other. And there's a lot of color parallels, and it's really cool.
Yes.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and it's just like Elle is like tricking him and like trying to be like, oh, well, I'm on the TV and this is me. And then he ends up killing what he thought was Elle. And that's how Elle was like, oh, ho, ho, I got you.
Yeah, so basically what happened was Elle had an idea of
How it was happening.
he was trying to just distinct an area. So he got a criminal, right? He got them
Yes.
on television and he says, this is me, I am Elle. That's how he got the criminal to do it. And he only broadcasted this channel to an area in Japan. So he can limit like who
Isolate it.
isolate who in the area of Japan is doing it.
Right.
And Elle at the time, I don't remember if he wasn't monitored at this point.
No,
But so he kills the criminal because he has the face and he has
not
the name.
Elle, but
The criminal who's posing as Elle. And
Yeah.
Elle is like, you fell into my trap, I now know who you are, I know where you are,
And
because I only broadcasted it to this part of Japan.
Right, and then he also is like, on the side, like without saying it, he's like, oh, so he has to have both things. Like, he can't just have the name, he can't just have the face, he has to have both. And that's how he figures it out for the most part. Like, he still doesn't understand like how it's actually happening, but he's putting it together slowly. And he also knew that it had to be somebody within, like, that was related to the Force or in the Force.
Yeah, so that
because
was-
they had information that wasn't released at all.
Yeah, so they were able to limit down that it was in someone who was related to an agent because he had information to the jail systems.
Yes.
And then they were able to limit. They were trying to figure out what age range it was because he was just killing people off.
Yes.
He didn't have a time for the deaths. And so when they noted that, hey, this might be someone who's a student because there's no killings from this time to this time,
Yes.
he would literally schedule a death for every hour of the day.
While he was in school.
Yeah, so he would write the names in the death note. He'd write the hour times that he'd want them to die.
And he was
then it
writing
just-
heart attack.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, it being, like, the 45 seconds, because he knew that if he didn't put the reason, the time didn't matter.
I think even if there was no way of death, it would still be a heart attack. I think it's just you
Okay.
have to write the time of day that you want them to die.
Yeah.
Because it's like the Shinigamis. So, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's-
the first season was like full of a lot of back and forth
Yes.
between like these two really smart people and they're
Right.
both like literally classmates.
Yes.
And it's insane.
It's just so cool the way that they're presenting everything and the way that they do it. I love the art in it, like, it's just so well done. I love the color theme because it's cool because when you're looking at the Shinigamis and everything, they're very dark, but they have pops of color too. And when you're looking at L and everything, L's very dark and mysterious, but then
he's just a character. I love L, but he's just kind of like really stereotypical smart guy.
Yes.
Like,
he knows what he's doing,
like,
and he's like...
I don't know if you've gotten to the part where he really likes sweets, but
yes.
I think it's the funniest thing how he's
he keeps
like at his
eating.
computer, like, and then...
Yes, he's
like,
just eating, and they're like... Because I think at one point they were talking about, like, how the candy and stuff was, like, weird and how he liked candy. And so even the police force and stuff were starting to get, like, well, why are we trusting this person? We don't even know what they look like.
Yeah.
And even when he comes out of, like, his hole, essentially, he still is faceless. Like, they can't see him. They don't know what he looks like. They don't know what he sounds like because he changes his voice. Like, it's just a very mysterious, and it keeps you watching because you're like, who the hell is L? Like, I want to see this person actually. You just know that it's a classmate, but which classmate? Like, you don't know.
And over this whole time, because, I don't know, I'm not going to give you spoilers.
Oh, thank you.
But the second season is crazy, I will say.
Oh.
Like, psychologically crazy.
Oh my gosh,
There's,
that's exciting, but weird.
If you've watched Death Note, you will know. Like, there's this one scene with Light where he literally outsmarted everybody and himself because of a thing that he did.
Oh my gosh!
Because of a thing that he did, where he literally forgot his memories. Like, you know what I'm talking about if you've watched it. Yeah. I don't want to spoil anything for you.
Thank you. But next week we'll talk about it.
Psychologically, it's crazy. I think it's the second season.
Well, I'll watch the second season. I think that this is something that I want to continue to talk about. We'll also do a couple of other things. We're hoping later on we can get another person to come in and talk.
Yeah.
Just so that you get somebody new in the experience of manga and anime and all of that.
Another perspective too, another view.
Yeah.
It might be someone closer to my age, or it could be someone closer to Alex's age. We don't know yet.
Yeah,
we're
just chilling.
Yeah, but more voices, you know? More
yes.
kids, so.
Because the more voices we have, the better it is to spread that this is normal and this is cool. Mm-hmm. Like, be your own freak. Like, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Let your freak flag fly.
Yeah.
That's a lot of F's. But say that 10 times fast.
But hey, if you guys want to see more of our stuff, we're on Instagram and YouTube at Written Fates.
And our TikTok is at written.fates.
Yep.
And so we're still posting on those. We're planning to do a TikTok. So you'll have to go check that out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just keeping up with us. We want to keep sharing what we're doing and just our opinions about different things. And if there's a manga you want us to read, or if there's an anime you're like, oh, can you please watch this? I want to see what you guys think about it. We're going to give our honest opinion. Like, if we don't like it, we'll tell you, but we're not going to, like, degrade it.
Right.
Because
we're going to give our opinions.
Right.
Every anime has a positive, but then there's also, like, negatives to animes.
Right.
There's no perfect anime. That might be controversial, but there's no perfect anime because nothing will perfectly fit your interests. So, you know, it is what it is. But we will watch it because we want to interact with you guys and we want to build a community. So, I mean, throw us your suggestions and we'll take it into consideration. Yeah.
And we'll reply to your comments the best that we can. We're trying to be really on top of that. We want to have that interaction. We want to have that community and the conversation. We want to see you guys talking to each other and being like, well, why don't you like this anime? Or, I really love this anime. You should try this one. It's really cool. And because I watch a lot of the older anime, I'm trying to get into, like, the newer stuff.
Yep.
And so I love suggestions because I want to see what you guys are watching and looking at, and because I want to try new things. I really enjoy doing that, and that's another reason I'm really enjoying this podcast and doing everything, because I wouldn't normally be doing this, but it's just so fun and awesome to have a community that we can talk to and feel a part of. And so we're thankful for you guys for that. And yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Next week we'll for sure try to catch up with some more Death Note. But
Yes.
But thanks for checking in this week.
Yeah. You guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, Sheenies.
See ya.